Howdy everyone, how is everyone doing today? I'm not doing too bad. I'm okay. I'm okay. I hope everyone's doing good. Crazy world or in. You know, with all the crazy stuff on the outside, you gotta focus on your inside. You know, that's where you need to be. Like my new toque? I think I showed that in one of the other videos. I think you call them toques, right? We call them a little different here. We call them beanies or just hats. So, things are looking a little different over here with the Homelite. Today we're going to get the carburetor on. Carb and the reeds. I went through the reeds and the reed box and all that and straightened everything out. Got them to lay flat because they were all different. I only have one good one on there. But I managed to very carefully fix those. Very, very carefully. Alright. Also, we got a couple other things. Or one thing. Well, we did get a couple things in the mail today. Okay. I ordered a few of these. In case you don't know what these are. I forget the exact name of them. But that's just me. I always forget. Alright. So, this here is a little chip. Now this right here, this is an ignition chip. This is, we're going to replace this with, or replace the points with this. That's what I'm trying to say. Come with a little kit, little wiring kit here, and we're gonna have to find a spot where we can drill a hole down and screw it and attach it, or attach it to an existing hole slash bolt somewhere. We'll figure it out. We're not gonna get to that right away. So I did order a few of these. One for the ProMac 55, the Pixel Mac, the 1010, and for this Homelite. They're all use the same one. So, I've been pretty busy. As you can all tell, I've been pumping out videos. Over here on the bench, you can see, yeah, it's getting crazy. It's even worse on the other side. Look, I got all the parts. Got them all out. They're all getting all cleaned up. Got them all cleaned up. I have to take this off. I've been wearing this for a whole while now. Yeah, and a hat hair now. Yeah, sorry to blind you. I don't have no more hair. Alright. There we go. Okay. It's starting to get a little toasty in here. So, I got all the parts out. I have one last piece in the powder coating oven. That should be done here any minute. I went through and I powder coated a few more things that I found. And now that I'm looking, I see one more. Also, up hanging, I have the muffler. And I went through, blasted the outside. And after I got it out of the wash tank, sprayed the first coat of exhaust paint for exhaust pipes. It's what I use on my motorcycles. Works great. Very durable. And it holds up to... One holds up to 1500, the other one holds up to 2000. I think I used the 2000 on that one. So, with that said, also I have one more thing to clean up. It's the flywheel. I took the guard off of here, and that's what I powder coated. I powder coated that. Everything looks pretty good on here. It's just real dirty. It's not very clean. I'm not going to powder coat that. This, obviously. One, for build up, for when it goes around the coil. And two, it will demagnetize the magnets. And we really do not want that. That's very bad. Very, very bad. I've always had a trouble cleaning these. I don't know why. So, whatever you guys do to use clean these up, I would like it somewhat, not polished, but like a wire wheel look to it. I could take a wire wheel to, you know, some of it, but not all of it. So I was just curious on what y'all do with yours. Maybe you have some tricks that I've never learned, but that would be nice if you, give me some hints. I would much appreciate it. So, as I talked about on my last video, I had to take the handle off, right? And I had to take it apart, which I powder coated the button, the trigger button, the trigger lock. Then I powder coated it black. That way it would match the button on the oiler button. So this is the last piece. This is the cap to the top of where the air filter is. So we got that all. That's all black now. Just doing satin black because the whole thing is satin. Now we do have a few more parts we have to powder coat. The covers, both side covers. Okay. Those are two-toned with the blue and the white. I'll back you up a little bit. So they're two-tone with the black and the white. I did this last night. So get the spike here with the number. You know, you can see the number pretty well in the video there. Nice. So, satin black again. Everything's satin black. I went through and sharpened these. And after I did that, I thought, oh, hey, I probably should have. It's not necessary. I don't really do it unless the dogs are, you know, you got some good sized dogs on there. But heat treat the spikes, which I could have done, but I don't see it. I don't see the need in doing it for this one. Not a big deal. Alright, these two items just came out. This one's still a little on the warm side. Here is the button on the handle. That's the trigger lock button. And then the guard that goes on the flywheel. So I did all that satin black. Yeah, you won't see it as much, but it gives it a shadow effect when you look into the cover. So I'll give you an example here. I'll grab the cover. So this is the cover. This is going to be the two-tone. Okay, this part here is white. This is blue. These parts on the side. This all blue around the sides. So we got white and white. So these two surfaces are going to be white. The rest is all blue around the edges and stuff. But anyway, what I was saying, with this black and that being on the inside, yeah, let's see, you kind of get the idea. See how it kind of gives it a shadow effect? So it'll bring these two colors out. That's the kind of stuff I think of when I'm painting cars or small projects, or when I do paint work. That's how I do it. That's what I think. This is also going to be two-toned. So you got the face is all white, and then the rest is going to be the blue cover. But before we do this one, I'll show you here. See the crack? We got some crack going on. Some crackage. So I'm going to have to get in there with my Dremel and eat away at it and cut a V. So I'm going to open those cracks up. Okay, and then I'm going to have to fill it in with some aluminum rod. And I'll show you that procedure. It's in one of my videos, my prior videos. But apparently I have a lot of videos on there, and it might be a pain in the butt to go through them all and find out which one's which. I have to count how many videos I have. I want to do something special for my 100th video, because apparently I have over 80. Over 80 videos. I'm probably up to almost 90 or more, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check. And that was a little while ago when I was told I have over 80 some videos. Wow. I've only been doing this for what, 2-3 months? Wow. I've been busy, huh? But this, I just show you my everyday stuff. This is just what I do every day. No, I don't think anything of it. But that's the beauty of it. I hope you all enjoy and get a kick out of what I do on a day-to-day basis. So when I come out here, this is my time in the garage. Everybody goes to bed. I put the kids to bed, and I come out here. I'll wrap that around there pretty good. Jeez. Okay. There we go. Alright, so the button. This is the button. The trigger lock. Alright. I would go ahead and say, go ahead and put the handle together, but it might be easier to have that linkage loose on in here for when you go to put your carb on and get the linkage on there, because you can always go through and then hook your linkage up to your trigger when you're done, when you're ready. Alright. So we can go ahead, we can put this handle together, back together, which just consists of a spring, a metal rod, and an E-clip. Okay? That's it. I guess I could have, you know what, that's not right. I know that, I know that's not right. Getting ahead of myself here. Alright, so we put the button in, then the spring, button, then spring over top of it. We're going to have to push this spring down to get this little E-clip on there. It looks like an E. My fat fingers cover the other part of it. Alright. Can be a little tricky because that spring is a pain in the butt sometimes. Get out of the way. Alright, there we go. I'll let it. Alright, so we have that. Maybe. You gotta get that E-clip right in that little slot. Can be a pain sometimes. Alright. So anyway, the whole idea today is we want to get this carb put on. We'll get the reed box in, the carb on, and that's pretty much going to be the video. Because it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get it in there. But we can get it in there. So I'm going to go ahead, get my little knife out. I'm going to switch my blade around. These little knives are nice to have. Little razor blade ones. Razor knives. Excuse me. The stove's sucking all the moisture out of the air. Makes for a dry throat. Alright. So let's get you all in here. I'm going to try getting you all a little closer today. Up close and personal. Alright. How's that? You get a little more better view. I'm getting the hang of this whole, I don't know what you want to call it, camera thing. I'm trying. So, this is what holds our carb. It bolts right in there. Excuse me. So, I already went ahead and I inserted the 4 bolts that hold the handle body to the gas tank. Or, I should say, to the where the intake it to on the cylinder. I should say that. Alright. First, I already went through and I set these up and I carefully left everything over there. Alright, so this is our little setup here. So we have a gasket, goes on there. Then we have a spacer. That spacer goes right on. And then we have the another gasket. Okay. Then we have our reed box. You want to be very careful with that. And double check the reeds. You kind of look through here and you can see the light on the. If you don't see light, that's good. And then you want to inspect all your reeds, make sure they're not popping up in bad places where you don't want it to. They should be nice and flat. So I went through all this last night, straightened them out, got them all fixed up. Okay, and then we have another gasket. Okay. And that goes on. Okay. Then the carb body fits on here. Then you gotta slide those 2 bolts in there. It's a lot to handle on this little period. Okay. So my idea to get all this put together in one shot, hopefully. I'm going to pull the choke lever back. I'm going to pull the throttle back a little bit. Okay, so my idea here is I'm thinking of putting it all together and where did I set those? Oh, right here. And sliding our bolts in. And we can line them all up since those bolts go all the way through everything. Gaskets and all. Maybe. Maybe I should have just done it all up one at a time, huh? Oh boy. Alright. So I don't know if this is going to work exactly the way I want it to, but it's worth a shot. Oh, and I just lost the bolt. Oh, yeah, this is not going to be easy. Okay. Also, now that I see what way the little valve goes for the fuel line, I foresee that becoming an issue, getting in the way. So, I'm thinking we'll remove this fuel line out. We'll feed it through once the carb's on, put it on the carb, and then we can, I don't know. This is one of those things. It's gonna be interesting. Ooh. So fuel line fits on that copper line really well. Okay. I wish, I don't know if we could put a little heat to this and help straighten this out or not. We could try. Instead of getting the heat gun out, I have a lighter on. A little Zippo on me. Maybe we can try heating it up real carefully. You don't want to put too much heat on this. Don't want to stick it in the flame. You want to stay above it and keep it moving. Maybe I should try a little bit. First. Well, it gets pretty warm. No, that's not gonna work. That thing got pretty warm and it's still an issue. Alright, so we're gonna leave that in there like so. Just poking through, just a tiny little bit. Let's try to get this carb on. So we have to get this carb on and get our linkages on. I just want to double check something real quick. Okay, we're good. So there goes nothing, huh? So we're going to try and put the linkage on. For the throttle. Maybe. I'm starting to think this thing's backwards. I'm thinking it is. So, plan B already We're gonna leave that linkage up. I'm pretty sure I can get it in there. Alright. Actually, you know what, folks? That was almost a little too easy. For right now, I'm just going to use the screwdriver to help get it in the hole. Alright, maybe I spoke too soon. I did. Okay, that one is lined up. Alright, we got one lined up. The other one, I'm going to use the hole where that linkage goes into. Oh, I already see an issue. The spacer does go a certain way. So, let's get this back out. So when I look at this spacer here, there's some notches. There's two actually. The one's a real slight one, which I could tell goes just had it upside down. Yep, I did. So this gasket is got to be rotated with the notch. That, and then this is got to be rotated. Okay. Alright, let's go at it one more time. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I should have threw some wood on the fire. Now it's starting to get chilly. Yep, there we go. Now she's going. This ought to be on a blooper reel. Alright. So, now we're going to need a 5/16. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get a socket and ratchet in there. I might just have to try it with the wrench. Ratchet wrenches, I tell you what, they are a lifesaver. Couple clicks at a time. You'll get there. Alright. Now we're snugged up on that one. That one might have to be a socket. We're going to have to get a small socket for that one. Alright, gotta get a small socket. Alright, I'm gonna pause y'all real quick. got socket, but I got to throw some fire or wood on the fire. It's getting a little nippy in here across the feet. So I'll be right back. Okay, now we're back. Alright. So, I already went and tightened it. The only way I could get to this one screw was with a screwdriver. And I'll try it again, but the slot is not very good. It's not very deep. So, yeah, I got it as tight as I can get it. And I tightened down the other side to about equal. Now, when I run this a little bit, I'll go through and I'll retighten these bolts once it runs a little bit. Those gaskets will start settling, so to speak. Alright, so now we get our choke on here. Alright. Alright, so it's got two holes on the little lever, so I had to make sure which one. Seems to be the top one. Alright, now to keep this choke handle in place, we have this little tiny itty bitty cotter pin we got to put in this little tiny hole, which is going to be easier said than done. Oh, actually, broke. Cotter key broke. Oh no, it didn't. It's just really flimsy. It's made out of brass, I believe. We got it in the hole. There we go. Alright, I'll take a little screwdriver here. And now I did break. But it broke enough to where I could still bend it over. Alright. So there's our choke lever. Maybe it didn't. Alright. Now, I have to get this in here. Now, my assumption was that this went in here like this. It goes around everything. But it don't appear to work like that, though. It looks like it goes this way. So that means our little boot gotta be turned around. We'll try it this way. That's what I get for taking things off and not paying attention. So we'll feed this all through that hole. Should be able to get that in there. Alright, it does. Okay. Then our trigger, yep, that does go that way. I can't go that way. It does. Huh. I'll be darned. Alright, so I'm going to take that back out of the throttle there. So what we're going to do first is tuck our boot in. Okay, we got to get the boot through the hole, linkage on, and then onto our trigger. So, this video has already gotten way too long. I talk too much. I know, I'm sorry. So, other than that, we got that together. Then we have some cleaning up on the flywheel. So if y'all have any suggestions of getting that cleaned up, let me know. 'Cause I don't know why. I always have an issue cleaning those. Just can never get into the fins real well. Either that or I'm lose patience with it, which is a little odd for me because I usually have patience all the time in the world. So anyway, that concludes that one. It's just the carb. Just put the carb on. I apologize. It's not much, I know, but as you can see, it's coming together. And then our fuel line, that's pretty self-explanatory. Put it on the carb, right here. Oop, wrong side. Right here, and then put it on the line up underneath this here, which is relatively easy to get to. It's just the fuel line that I use is not very flexible. So anyway, I hope you all have a good night, evening, morning, whatever it is, the time in the world you see this. I hope you enjoy your day. And yeah, we'll see y'all on the next video. So please be kind, be safe, please spread the love. I'll see y'all on the next one. Love y'all.